and welcome back to Hilltop Farm. It is now Saturday. It's bloody hot. It's been bloody hot for the last 4 months. I believe we're just coming out of our 5th heat wave. Unbelievable. Anyway, so yeah, Saturday. We're staying up here tonight. Camp up here. And obviously I've got shitloads of jobs to do, as always. Obviously priorities always change. Now during the week, Nicky come up and said that one of the pheasant chicks, my white pheasant chicks, oh my god, yeah, anyway, sorry, one of them the white pheasant chicks, one of them was out the box. So my priority now is to chicken mesh those 2 brooder runs, and fix a bit of feather edge on the bottom, and then move them into there. They're starting to look like pheasants, except for the penguin. That looks like a penguin, but it's obviously I don't know, it's a pheasant, I'm guessing. Yeah, so white pheasant eggs. The eggs were white. Right, so what you've also noticed, maybe behind me, are these 45-gallon drums. Like to give a little shout out to the chap I bought them from. He's on eBay, Danny Ito -75, and on there £14 for these drums, £14 each, and he's just based in Bristol, and his delivery cost was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And I bought 20 of them. He did me a deal as well on buying more. He can carry 20, and they're going to be to house the corn, the pellets, oyster shell, and straw. So basically, metal drums. The rats can't get into them. They're watertight, and they are brand new. I've looked inside one of them, and crystal clear. Not sure what was in it, but produced in Argentina. Don't like the sound of that. Citrusville, lemon growing processing. Oh well, they don't smell like lemon at all. But inside, they've been used once for that purpose. And I just thought, what a bargain price. And the delivery as well, excellent, absolutely spot on with that. So we've got 20. So what I will do is they need to be kept off the ground, because over time they might rust and whatever, but the rats can't get into them. That's the main thing. All right, girls, and yeah, so we're gonna have them dotted about behind the brooder sheds, over by the goose pen. Yeah, I've got a couple of galvanised bins by the goose pen, which keeps their food in. Not really watertight, but do keep the vermin out. So, but they will be better and store a lot more. So now I'm trying to look at buying bulk. I want to buy a pallet of layer pellets, and so like 50 bags or 70 bags of pellets. And I'm searching the internet to see the prices and what's around. Hopefully buying it in bigger bulk, getting it a bit cheaper. Yeah, the straw is down back home. It's all sat in the back of the moggy pickup, which ain't ideal. So now we can house that, and looking at a local farmer about buying some wheat, and then we can get a couple of dumpy bags of wheat, and then start storing it in the bins. So ideal, absolutely ideal. I'm well pleased with that purchase. Couple of jobs that I need to do this afternoon. Obviously I've got to do the brooder shed. My little high seat which I'm using for like shooting rats. Bloody uncomfortable, and there's not enough room. So I've brought up my little scaffold tower, which I'm going to fix the tower to it. Probably going to take a bit of work, to be honest, do that. I've also purchased a log splitter, little electric one. So I'd like to, if I get time, I'd like to be able to split the logs over there and then put them in the IBC, and then they're all there ready drying out. And that's about it, really. Well, hello. Yeah, it's Tuesday night, and unfortunately, we come up here earlier after work, feed the geese, do all the water, all that stuff, which is done every day. And yeah, this afternoon or this evening, I found the female golden pheasant. It looks like it's been, well, it's half eaten, so it looks like it's rats. Absolutely gutted about that. So that was this evening, and so yeah, I've lost the female golden pheasant, and so I thought, right, go back home, have something to eat, and then come back and bring the air rifle, sit in my high seat, and see if I can see any rats. But I I've lost quail. I'm not sure how many quail, golden pheasant. Just quail and the golden pheasant, but can't keep going on like it. Did notice that the male golden pheasant, he roosts in the bush tree that I made. When I go ratting, he's up there in the bush. And I noticed this was Saturday night. The female golden pheasant was like roosting on just top of one of the shade shelters that I built for the chickens. So my best bet is that she was roosting too low and a rat had her. And I picked the carcass up, pulled it. It was in the layer lounge, half eaten. I pulled it out today, and what I've done at the moment, I've just stuck it by the fence line, hoping that the rats, when it starts getting dark, they come out and smell it. So that's the plan. A rat poison bait box that I've put in layer lounge, where I found more or less where I found the carcass of the golden pheasant. And I've just brought up some cheese for the live rat cage, because I haven't even put bait in it yet. So I thought, right, it's just now I've got to have an onslaught on it. Saturday night I shot that one rat and I didn't see any more, and I thought, could that have been the last one? But no, unfortunately not. And then tomorrow night I will fill in those rat runs, and that obviously give me an indication of whether there's any left or not. But fingers crossed tonight I can get some rats, or a rat. Just got to keep going. Bloody things. Anyway, on that note, I'll love you and leave you, and hopefully in the next video you might see me with a dead rat. Fingers crossed. That's one semi-successful rat night shooting. I'm trying to get that's better. Just walking back to the car now. What did I see? 4 rats. 2 I missed and 2 I shot. Unfortunately, the 2 I shot are both. There's the car. Both in the goose pen. The two I missed were in the chicken compound. So, oh bollocks, I just left my bloody coffee up there. Right, I'll go back and get it. Right, yeah, so actually the first two I actually shot were both in the goose compound. One of them's under the nest boxes, which I'll leave and book that out tomorrow. I don't want to go in there and disturb them. And the other one's right by the fence line. The two I missed in the chicken compound, bloody frustrating, but I know there's still a couple in there. I did see, oh, there's my coffee. I did see another rat, but I couldn't get a shot at it. There was the Hawaiian geese were sort of like behind it, and I thought, no, it's not worth the shot when something like that, because you certainly don't want to ricochet and then miss the rat completely and shoot one of your geese. So yeah, so there's definitely still some in there. Like I said, there's at least two in there, that's for sure. So another night, but I did get two. Oh, I'll take that off, that's better. Yeah. Yeah, so I did get, there's still the child in me. I did get two in the goose compound. But I'm really disappointed that I've lost that hen golden pheasant. Really disappointed. I feel like I just can't get any more birds in until I sort these rats out completely. Never mind. Okay. Anyway, on that note, I'm off to bed. Good night, everyone. Sorry about the noise. I've just come up here. Nicky come up earlier on, let the geese out, and I've just turned up. It's Thursday today, and I've come up to try and, there you go. I thought it might be camera shy. Anyway, I've come up here. I'm just going to have a couple of shots with the air gun to just make sure she's zeroed in still. And then I'm just going to sit up here for a couple of hours for the rats again. I've got to keep doing it because it's after me Henberg gone, my golden pheasant. I just got to keep coming up and doing it. So my tally at the moment is 12, not all in the chicken compound. So I think I've had 3 or 4 of them outside the chicken compound, but even so, that's always a good thing to keep on top of. Got the bait box. I'll go and have a look at that in a minute. Check the bait box, see if there's any bait in there. I've set up another live trap outside by the goose pen. I just got some biscuits. The only thing I had was some biscuits, and I chucked that in there. But I'm gonna get some like cheap cat food or something like that, in case I'm getting a stoat or a weasel coming in. So I'm gonna try that. I've got the other live trap in there at the moment, which I'll do the same. I'll put some cat food or something like that in there to see if I can still get the rats that way as well. Yeah, I've just got to try every method, and I'll try and look for any traps on like Marketplace or something like that. If I can get a couple of more live traps and have them dotted about, just got to get on top of it. I've got to eradicate them out of the chicken pen. That's my priority. So yeah, there you go. So anyway, so I'm gonna walk around, have a look around, make sure everything's all right, and then I'm gonna get my air gun out and just fire a few shots, make sure it's zeroed in still. And then I'll sit up in the high seat up behind me there and see if I can target any more rats. Yep, happy days. Right, so I've got my air gun and I've put an old plastic drum at 25 yards away, a grey one. So I shall zoom in and there's the grey drum. That's 25 yards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fire a shot in the centre of the grey drum and then fire a second shot aiming at the one I've just fired at, and then we'll see if it's zoomed in accurate enough. So let's fire the first shot. Don't worry folks, I did hit the drum. Now, probably can't see it, but I can just make it out in the scope. So I'll put a second shot in there. Third. I'll put one more in there and then we'll go and have a look. The geese are going to get in the way. Right. Let's go and have a look. And now you'll see I start shooting and the geese decide to get in on the action. Alright girls. They're only hanging around me because they know it's nearly feeding time. So, hold that up for the camera. So, the one on the right is a little bit wayward, but that's three shots there. Well, 4 shots altogether. The one on the right is a little bit wayward, but the other 3 quite close to, well, that's in a 50p piece. So what I'll do is I'm gonna put a mark on the drum and then I'll take the lid off, the blue lid, and I'll stick it on the top and then see if we can shoot the lid. So I've left it like that, and I do know once I hit it, it will fly off. Let's get back. Right, I've just set the camera up. You're about 8 foot away from the oil drum. So you'll hear the shot, I'm sure. Hey, I think I'm happy with that. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. The pressure was on. One shot. And if I can shoot that at 25 yards, then I'm quite confident that I can be knocking rats out. That's you know, from the center of that, that's the width of my thumb. So yeah, I might give it another go. Right, so I've just set the camera up here so you can more or less see me from the Land Rover and then the target, and we're like 6-7 foot away from the target. I'd like to think that the pellet doesn't hit the phone, but as you're just about to see, I can't do anything for a minute. Actually, I'll just swing the camera around. Oh dear. Oh God. That's probably that's not good. So what I might do, I think I'll go and feed them, put them away, and then come back to it. Oh dear. Come on then, girls. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Right, so I've turned the camera around. Just lost my minerals really. I thought if that pellet sort of like just ricochet slightly, could be good night camera. So anyway, let's try another shot. Missed it. Hit the handle. No, I never. No, that's... Let's try that again. I think I hit the handle. Pressure on again. Now that hit the top. So it was shooting low. That is shooting low. One more time. Running backwards and forwards. Yep. That one hit. So that's it. That was even closer to the centre of it. Right, so I'm happy with that. Did have a low shot there, and that one to the right. Now, probably what I need to do is the pellets I've got, they're like it's a tub of a mixture, and it may pay me to actually, I've got another tin of pellets and stick with the same type of pellets, because they're all slightly different, and then at least then the pellet is consistent with the same one. I don't know if you can see that, but that pellet is wedged in there. So you can see the two shots, which close enough. That one obviously bounced off, but that one's wedged in there. Anyway, yeah, so I've got another tin of pellets, which I think I'm going to try and stick to using the same ones, because I have got a bit of a mixture in there at the moment. Hey, even collecting my pellets, not to use them again. Right, so happy with that for a minute. So right, the geese are in there being fed. Still a little bit early for the rats. Sun's going down, another half hour, and they're half hour, yeah. I don't know, probably another 3/4 an hour maybe before they start coming out. I'm going to make myself a coffee. Oh, I've got some diesel. I've got to chuck in T-Rex. I'll do that job. And then I've got 25 litres, so I'll fill up T-Rex and then chuck the rest of it in Trevor the tractor. Right, back in the Land Rover. What's the time? Oh, not too bad. It's only just 10:15. So, yeah, there's I see one rat, and then he shot off. And then underneath the brooder shed, brooder number 1, I could see a bit of activity. Definitely 2 rats that I see at the same time, just the eyes lighting up underneath the brooder shed. Yeah, and then that one I shot just come out to the side of the brooder shed, but I didn't think it was like a baby one, which is not good news, because that means there's probably about 8 baby ones. Oh well, just got to keep going. Just got to keep going. Keep on top of them. Bugger. I don't want to see young ones. Oh, bloody hell. Oh well. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure. Well, I am pretty sure they're wising up. They can. The infrared light on the air gun is like a very dull red light, and it shoots a beam and it reflects the eyes of the rats, and I think they're starting to see that little red dot and see it as danger, because I could see them underneath the brooder shed, but they didn't want to come out. Oh well, keep going. 13, hopefully by Christmas there won't be any left. Bloody hell, 13. Oh dear, never mind. Onwards and upwards. Right, just put up a note. When I was sat there, a couple of barn owls were flittering about, and one actually landed on the post, on the pen, and I was watching it through the night vision for a good 3 or 4 minutes. So what I've done is I've just left that baby rat in the open, because I did read up that birds of prey will take dead mice, rats, or whatever, providing they're fresh. So the owl can have one. Right, so you've just finished watching me ratting videos during the week. So, as you're aware now, I'm on number 13, and the last one being a baby one, which I wasn't too happy about, on the fact that I now know there'll be more than one baby one. So there's probably another half a dozen plus young ones that have got to be shot now. Yeah, so there we go. Just finished the brooder shed. I'll put some shavings in there and put the pheasants in this one, and put them on camera so you can see how big they've grown, and the penguin. Right, so I'm just gonna release the white pheasants, into my little run. You'll see the red reflection of the heat pad. So if I can grab one, which they're quick little folk. All right, gorgeous. There you go. Bigger run for you. Yeah, is that better? That's one. All right, babe. All right. All right. Hello. There you go. And number two. Can you see they look really white? And last but not least, the little penguin. I hope you stay this colour. There you go. And my little penguin. I will lower that heat lamp a little bit. See, with the beauty of this run, if they get too warm, they can just go down to the other end of the run. And if they get cold, they can come up underneath the heat lamp. Or if they get a little bit too warm, too hot, they sit around the outside of the heat lamp. So there's a little setup. Got the water drinker, got the chick crumb, and there's pheasants. And so much better putting mesh on instead of ply. It gives them so much more light. They can see out. With the door open on the brooder shed, and the ducks come walking in and out, and they'll be seeing them as well. So, but that's my 3 white pheasants. Yeah, I think they're pheasants, but time will tell. And while we're in the brooder shed, getting over the 5th heat wave, what I've done is I've put the incubator on the floor, which has helped, so it don't overheat. Still got the extractor fan going. Don't know if it's making much difference, but it's helping. And the temperature in here is 27, so not too bad. Not too bad at all. Right, that's it. That's you lot done. My next job. Penguin. Hello. Right, so that's the brooder done. I've been just sat down chilling for a minute, having a drink. Right, so at the moment, got the Land Rover, got the trailer on the back, got 2 drums, and I've got all the feed in here at the moment. Right, so what I need to do is behind that brooder there, I'm going to I want 5 drums over there. One with chick crumb in it, one with layer, one with corn, one with straw, and one with oyster shell. All going behind the back of that brooder. So that's 5 drums. Oh, I've got 20. I love it. I've got 5 drums. So there's 2 already on there. I'll grab 3 more, just chuck them on here, drive around there very carefully, offload them, drive back round, and in the bottom of the trailer, don't know if you can see it, you can see those wheels. That's my little scaffold tower. And that scaffold tower is going to replace my high seat, because sat up there is not great for shooting rats, but that scaffold tower would be a lot better. But I would like to paint it and blend it in with the hedge, because it was just going to shine out too much, but that's at another date. So let's put 5 drums on there, get them around there, offload them. Okay, right, so we're, as you can see, we're lining the bins up. I just wanted to look at the ducks on the lid. I just wanted to show you how good quality these bins are. Now, first one, that one on the left there, that's got chick crumb in it. That one there has got layer pellets, and this one we're going to put mixed corn in. And look at it, pristine. Yeah, no residue of anything. Yeah, I'm very well pleased with these drums, except for they got Argentina wrote on them. Right, it's now, what's the time? Well, 7:15. Nicky's over by Rooster cooking tea, and I have taken down my high seat, and I am replacing it with a scaffold tower. So, all right, geese. So basically, it's going to be more stable, more comfortable, and I can set the height for what I want. They actually don't look too bad in the regards of like stuck out of. So yeah, I'm going to carry on building that. Although I do have that branch there, that thinner one, I've got to cut him off. And there's a couple of smaller ones there I've got to just trim up. And I haven't brought my chainsaw with me, but big shout out to my mum. She bought me one of these, clearance in, oh, I think it was Asda, yeah, Asda garden clearance. So I thought, what a handy tool that is. So that'll live in my Land Rover, and so I've always got it up here, or I'll leave it up here hidden. And yeah, so perfect for trimming down some of these big bells. Right, let's get it cutting. Get cutting, get the platform up, put the braces across, and then have a look at the view. Finished article. Yeah, that'll do the job. I'm actually set up higher, obviously, and a lot more comfortable. And I'll probably eventually put a little chair up the top, or like a stool, something like I can swivel on. But yeah, that's it. Pleased with that. Just need camouflage and really blending in with the rest of the tree line. I'll get some spray paint or something and just spray those uprights and that, just to blend it in. Happy days. Good morning, you lovely YouTubers. And it's Sunday morning. It's overcast, but it's hot. As you can see behind me, Trevor has found some soil, and we're gonna finally do these rat runs. Last night I was up my new tower, the rat tower I think I'm gonna call it, and I successfully shot 2 rats, which now takes the total to 15. I did see more. I shot a young one and an adult, and I did see probably 3 or 4 others. Unfortunately, when I shot one of them, he was behind one of the splash poles, and the pellet went through the rat and into the splash pool and made a lovely, perfect little 4mm hole, which completely emptied the splash pool, so that's no good. The problem I have is when I shoot them,
don't want to go in there at night and disturb all the birds because they're obviously roosting. So next morning I woke up this morning and only found 2. I had about 6-7 shots, but I did think I got one of those small metal arches, and I did think I shot 2 inside that metal arch. And this morning I only found 1, but I think once the birds wake up and they find them, they start moving them. So might still find more, but that was definitely 3 last night then anyway. So anyway, going back to the soil, these are the rat runs. Now that one has come from the fence all the way and dug a hole. Now I'm trying to think, this is the furthest one here. None of them are getting out. They're getting so far, they're getting right to the edge. I would say another sort of 3 or 4 inches and they would have a look at that one. So it come from the dock leaves and then turned, and then you got that one and that one. That one did get out, and I chucked a brick on it. So and then as you come along, there's another one. Come along, there's another one. So, and they go all the way along. So my job is to fill all those rat runs in. I'm meaning to do it, and with the help of Trevor. And then once I've done that job, probably have something to eat, some breakfast, and then me and Nicky shall dig up all the, actually while I'm here I'll just have a look at the bait box. Yeah, we're going to go into Dig for Victory and dig up the potatoes. We had one of the sprinklers running on them last night. Right, goes. Had one of the sprinklers running on them last night just to soften the ground up, because as you see last week I couldn't even get a prong into the soil. It was rock hard, and the bait is still there, so that's not been touched. I shall leave it there. I'll just keep my eye out for any other rats, because obviously the birds pick them up. Got the rat cage there. That's just got a bit of corn in it and a bit of cheese I chucked in, but need to get some cat food. Yeah, everything else is looking good. A lot of white feathers about. That's the geese molting. The zombie chickens are doing good. They seem to be at home. Yeah, talking to you. They're awesome. The Walking Dead. Yeah. Right, let's get back to the task. Yeah, I'd like to just add that that tower is so much better. It feels so much more comfortable. I'm higher up. I've got a better view. Yeah, it's a lot better. So hopefully, yeah, I'll be able to keep on top of them. I did actually last night. I left it a little bit later and then come out, and there definitely seemed more activity. Seeing some bigger rats, adult rats, which I didn't see last time I was out. Just kept seeing young ones. So anyway, all looking good. Let's get these holes filled in. Right, that's the rat runs filled up. And I am sweating. It's bloody hot. Overcast, but ever so muggy. Now, We can see behind. There you go. All that. All filled in. So, and then a down along that edge there. So, all good. There you go. Trevor, the bucket's nearly empty. Right, so that's that job taken care of. I think I deserved a coffee now. I think Nicky's gonna cook some breakfast. And then after that, and try and pull these potatoes out. Hopefully we can get them out of the ground, get them stored. They have forecast rain for next week. I don't think it's a lot, but the temperatures are starting to drop. Obviously we're hitting the high 20s, low 30s. I think some days has been a little bit higher than that, but I think it's next week it's down to low to mid 20s or low 20s. So yeah, and a bit of rain. Forgotten what that looks like. Really have. It's been such a long time. I've never known a year like it. I've never known a summer like it, which actually made me thinking next year, rather than leave it to sort of like end of March, April to start sowing the crop, may think about doing it a bit earlier. Yeah, because we don't get the frost like we used to, or the hard winters. And then we have seemed to be getting these such long spells of dry. So, don't know. And I've got a few trees to plant as well. I've got a sweet chestnut, a couple of fig trees, hawthorn. I've got some plants to put in the ground, but I just don't want to do it until the ground's rock hard. Anyway, that's my rant over. I'll see you in a bit. Right, I'm in Dig for Victory, and second attempt of digging these potatoes up. We had the sprinkler on for a few hours last night, so that's hopefully softened the ground up. As last week we was like couldn't even get the prong in there, ended up using the digger. I don't think we were getting down deep enough. We managed to get one tray of potatoes, but hopefully, fingers crossed, we're gonna have a big harvest. Basically, sprinkler, softer air. Now, you should be able to just put the prong in there and just still rock hard. Right, second attempt fail. The ground is still rock hard. We had the sprinkler on it for, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours, wasn't it, last night?
Yeah.
And the ground is, you got the first 4 inches, but that's it. Yeah, you get the 3 or 4 inches and then it's just rock hard again. Oh God, never mind. Right, that sums up for this weekend. Oh, it's getting so bloody hot. Obviously potatoes were a disaster. The rat hunting was pretty good. Nicky's just out of the car, she's just leaving. I did want to try out the log splitter, but I had a look on the motor and it draws 2,200 watts, and it's a bit too much from a solar panel really. I don't really want to start drawing that much, it ruin the batteries. So I've wheeled it over next to my generator, and then what I'll have to do is pick up all the logs, bring them over here and split them from here, and I'll run it on the generator. I would have done that today, but I've got no petrol. So I do need to get some petrol. I need it for the quad bike, need it for Big Red, the ride-on lawnmower, although we hardly use that. but I will need some petrol for the quad, and now I need petrol for the generator so I can do that log splitting. Apart from that, everything else is all hunky-dory. I've still got a sprinkler on over in the goose pen. I'm going to turn that off when I go out, but it's so hot, and we really could do with some rain. They forecast some next week, but don't look a great deal. Hold on, have I got the dogs? Oh yeah, they're all in there. So it's goodbye from me, and it's goodbye from them. They're too hot. And yeah, if you like it, please like, subscribe, all that bollocks, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.